Oh, shit. What does this character sound
We
like?
are live. Oh shit! What a great way to start. Oh shit!
Oh,
Well, that throws any successional sort of formality out the window.
Wait,
Ladies
Megan.
and gentlemen,
Wait.
welcome
Megan
back.
needs to finish that sentence because I stopped her in media res, and she's like, "Oh shit!" So what, Megan? What were you gonna say?
I first said, oh shit, what does this character sound like? And then I said, I don't have any gum, I'm lost. So
Appropriate. Well done.
Mhm.
All right, Patrick,
Ladies and gentlemen,
go for it.
welcome back to Slices and Dices. I am your substitute, your GM PM here, taking the seat away from Matthew Gordon so he gets to have some more fun as we return once again with our lovely, hilarious heisters to Escape from New York, the Everyday Heroes cinematic module. We have, I think, now 3 episodes under our belt, and as we start the 4th, our intrepid inmates are in yet another precarious position. This one of their own making, because as they continue to work their way north through the Isle of Manhattan Supermax in the far-flung future of 1997. No, 3.
1993.
I get
The
93.
movie's 87. This is 93. This is technically a prequel. It doesn't matter right now. Do your own game. This particular adventure of 1993 in New York Supermax is about getting these inmates to clear their sentence like some sort of suicide squad by getting the arming device for a nuclear missile stowed away in the head of the Statue of Liberty. And much like any sort of plan in a heisting adventure, already this channel has completely gone awry the minute I get in the DM's chair. So we're just going to
Yes.
roll with it and get right back in media res as the sun blazes high over the garage near Lincoln Center. You all have recently taken a short rest. Your hit dice are clicking up on the screen there, and you're putting your final touches. Yes, do. You're putting your final touches on your car to enter into a street race inside Escape from New York Supermax prison as representatives of the Fat Cats, but also yourselves, to hope to curry favor with a mysterious figure known as the Duke inside the walls of the prison. Your goal at this current level is to go through the race with as much success and gusto as you can so that your curried favor will allow you clear passage north to the Cathedral of St. John the Divine, where you found out after a tense battle in the Empire State Building, holds the arming device in question, though a code is in your possession to disarm that physical device. You need to get there through the rough streets of New York first. And hopefully, as the music rises and kicks in just a little bit more, we will come back to our heroes. And let's just see, as we come back from our short rest nap, what are each of us doing? Set the scene for us. Let's pretend to get our focus back in here, children. I'm going to start with Charlie, our speaker du jour. What is Charlie doing as she prepares herself mentally for this midday race?
Yeah, I mean, Charlie is no racer, right? Charlie is a speaker. Charlie is a leader of people, so to speak. So Charlie has no idea what use she's going to be in this particular race, except to encourage and potentially discourage other racers. So encourage whoever's racing our car and discourage the others and tell them they suck and potentially try to distract them. So she's got a megaphone now, so she's ready to just...
Hello, testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, is this thing on? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Don't want to wear out the battery.
From space, mate. We can hear you from space.
You actually can't hear anybody in space because there's no sound in space. Did you know that? I found this out the other day, actually. It was kind of interesting.
Space. Was this on a
No.
while you were
No, I
foraging new
did
worlds?
Funny story. And then she just begins to like ramble off on this story about how she learned from the Encyclopedia Britannica, a completely rather relevant piece of literature at the time. That she found one of these giant books in a burned out library and began to sort of piecemeal through random articles in the Encyclopedia Britannica. One about sound waves and in space. Can't hear anything in space because there's no air. You need air to make sound work. Crazy, right?
As Charlie continues to whack her new mega... Sorry, one more time, Alpha?
I said that was a really great story. Can you tell it again?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
As Charlie continues to whack her homemade megaphone, we will switch on over to the creator of that megaphone, the resident techie. Delta, can you tell us what you're doing as you come off a short rest?
Okay, so I think Delta had been she'd spent some of the time basically like removing the back seat so that there was just a through line to the trunk where she has put together all of the like tumble barbs and everything. And so with that space and it being kind of dark under the trunk, she fell asleep like face first, like just like crashed out for like an hour, and then as she hears the commotion in behind her, she just kind of like takes a deep breath, completely swallowing her own gum in the meantime, and is like takes a moment to just like and then goes, oh, that actually probably did work on that fucker in the Empire State Building. and is like, oh fuck, I'm out of gum, and just pops up and is all like, all right, what do we need? Are we ready? Like, I don't, where are we? I don't know anymore.
I'm going to give you an inspiration point for making your lack of gum a choice in game. I'm going to regret it later.
I like that.
Never let what you forget as a role player stop you, kids. That's the
as the sounds of choking drift forward to the front of your ramshamble automobile, Alpha, I believe you were in the driver's seat when last we saw you. Literally.
Yes. So Alpha is he's adjusting like the rear view mirror, which is, I would assume, is very dirty and probably cracked. Maybe even like half of it, the glass is missing from it. He's trying to adjust that, trying to adjust whatever kind of side mirror situation there is, which is probably similarly not great for his purposes, and just kind of fiddling with everything, kind of spinning the suicide knob on the wheel. He's got his one kind of leather driving glove on his left hand, and he's kind of doing the whole not really cracking his knuckles, but rubbing his hands together. All the while kind of running through the things that he was running through in his head the last time. Kind of flashes of him flying planes and him driving, and then back to their misadventure on the last robbery where they all got pinched. And he is just a little insight into what he is feeling. He is on the fence as to whether or not he is going to be able to overcome his nerves in this race. He puts on a very good air of confidence that he's got it all under control, and this is where he was meant to be. But he's not sure until his foot hits the pedal and they start going whether or not he's going to be able to hold it together and make the right decisions and get him through this. She's very quiet.
I love it. And Echo, where do we find you as we all come to short rest?
So she's made her bet with this dude that she will decapitate 2 people during this race. And after
Minimum
that,
of 1 for a set of armor.
Yeah.
Right? For a set of riot gear.
For a set of Alphabet Army gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
And LFA.
They're the Alphabet Army.
Yes, for every decapitation you pull off, there will be a successful additional amount of swag for you guys to potentially run into combat with.
Yes. And so having made that bet and therefore kind of made buddies out of this guy, she is just chilling with the lower level fat cats smoking cigarettes, shooting the shit, telling stories about their various exploits. She's borrowed a whetstone off one of them as sharpening her fire axe, while telling a story about her last street fight in Bombay. She's just cracking jokes and having a good time.
Fantastic. I think this is all lovely, as off in the streets, another megaphone echoes at the edges of all of your ears, and you hear those Duke's approved cabs driving around, letting everyone know that you are starting to get to the beginning of the race and that everyone is encouraged to move their vehicles to Rockefeller Center. And as you all climb in the car, we're going to throw a little photo on there for the folks at home getting to see something on our screen around these
Totally
beautiful faces.
I've been waiting for this since I was a
You
very
all
small
climb
child. I just wanted you
into
to know this, Patrick.
your vehicle.
Dreams can come true.
Since Charlie was a small child or Matt was a small child?
I will neither tell you. I will tell you. Shut up.
Well, it's okay, because most
They take the
importantly of
fifth.
all, you have, as of the last episode, successfully been able to deck out your car with a few extra abilities. And I encourage you all
Woo.
to look at the battle wagon here, because we actually have stats for your car, and you all have access to this now.
Oh,
because I'm gonna be
damn.
doing-
Look at that. That is
There's
a
not a lot.
Ooh.
that is a car and a half, dude.
Yeah, Matt's screen should be able to show this to the players
am
at
indeed.
home enjoying this stream. We've got everything lined up with the Everyday Heroes character sheet here, and you'll see that I've added 3 weapons to your vehicle.
Actually, sorry.
Weapon 1.
Apologies. Am I seeing that under battle wagon vehicles?
Yes, battle wagon vehicles.
All I see is the bio and info. I think you have to
Oh,
give us
here we go.
control of the battle wagon in order for us to see the additional character sheet stuff.
Oh,
Unless
did.
I'm wrong. I only see bio and info. Do you guys see
Yeah,
that too?
same.
Yeah.
That's all I see as well.
So so if you
weird.
give us in the journal
maybe you can
and
actually
control
do it.
of
Okay.
the thing, then we can see the actual character sheet. Let us know when you've done that, and then we can see it.
thought that's what it was.
Not the token, but the actual
Yeah,
sheet.
So if you shift click on the battle wagon, you should see like
Yeah, it says edited and controlled on my end.
oh, you have to put it in the journal as well. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's still not there. Sorry.
It says all players' journals.
Yeah,
and-
but then under that,
Game
edited and controlled by.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. It's reloading.
Reloading.
Right now.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna close it and open it.
Yeah, me
again.
too. I'm gonna close it and
Loading.
open it
There
again.
we go. Now I got it.
Hey.
Oh, there's something
Now.
you can roll called crash. Now that's fun.
Oh.
Oh, sorry,
Except-
Patrick.
Except now
So-
the strength, dex, and con are missing.
Yeah.
Or the strength and con are missing. It's okay. I can
Yeah,
fix
no,
it.
they're intentionally empty in this case because they will be 10 plus
the driver,
the
probably.
specific driver's stats.
I knew it,
Because
yes.
the driver in charge is going to be able to ram these things.
Okay.
So in this case, we are not going to change these stats on out because with a vehicle bonus of 10, Alpha's straight up fucking rolls will already hit you on all of these.
Oh my god.
Plus,
Oh, okay.
plus
Actually,
2
that's not
from
true.
the suicide.
I know. I
knob.
take it back. I take it back. I should actually. Well, yeah, we're gonna get into that in a second. I'm actually. I lied. I'm actually going to put in Alpha. What is your strength?
Blah, blah, blah. Minus
Oh,
1.
sorry. I
well,
didn't mean to roll
9.
that. I was just trying to make it small.
-1. Okay.
My strength is -1.
And your dex is 4, and your con is
3.
cool. All right. So I will tweak those stats in here.
Okay.
This is a pre-existing thing in the game, so we did modify it slightly because the 4 of you did set to work in customizing your Fat Cat's car for this race. So if you look down at weapons, you'll see that we have included what I've playfully called the tumble barbs.
Yeah.
And thanks
Oh.
to some stats existing in the Escape from New York module, if you buy it, there are customizations available for street races, any sort of Mad Maxian scenarios. You only get a +1 in this particular case because it is just a straight success fail. It is an opposed dexterity check, and if it works, you
Nice.
blow out the
Okay.
tires.
Opposed
Damn.
dex.
I
Okay.
am- I am giving Megan
Yeah.
control over that. You get 2
Nice.
uses. There will be 5 sections of this race.
Okay.
and 2 initiative rounds per fight, meaning there are only 10 rounds. They may take a lot because there's other
Oh
racers.
boy.
But
Okay.
of those 10 rounds, you will get to use this for 2
For
to
2
try and take
rounds.
out
Okay.
cars. But if it succeeds, straight away take out a car.
And it's the car's dex or my dex?
It is going to be 10 plus your dex
Mm.
as the car's
10.
dex roll, opposed to
Okay,
your
so
dex.
that's going to be a plus 12 then for
Great. So then they're going to
yeah.
roll. Yeah, and I know which cars are +3 and which ones are +2. So
Okay.
it'll be basically it'll be a DC of 12 each time.
Okay.
Great. That means
If it's the
looking
car's
down to the
dex, it
next
would be a
bit, we
plus
have
14, just looking at the difference.
well because no, okay, fair. I'm gonna say for yours, it is you're going to be rolling a d20 plus your dex
Okay.
to beat the dex of the cars.
Okay.
Because if you're
Got
going to
it.
be hanging out the back because you took away the whole bars in the backseat of the car and you're
Yep.
going to be controlling the pull, it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
about timing and listening to Alpha to pull the strips on both racks that you've set up in the trunk,
Okay. Got it.
which is why I'm making it on you.
Cool.
For
Perfect.
Charlie's sunroof, there is not specific stats because you cut a hole in the roof of the car. But
Yeah.
what I will say is, while there can be penalties specifically to advantage and disadvantage firing on moving targets, stationary targets, what I will say is that popping out of the sunroof gives a -1 to the strength of the car because there's now a big open hole to throw stuff in. But it will give advantage when once per turn, if someone's movement action is to climb into the Pope-mobile hole,
Mm-hmm.
I will give advantage for 1 round of combat, and you'll just have to announce which each of you is going to be popping up and doing the shooting or microphone magic manipulation.
I'm gonna get my
But
head blown
unfortunately,
off.
that does mean
Yay!
yes, that the car's strength now drops down to -2 with Alpha and the Sunroof Edition.
That's okay. It was worth
And
it.
then number 3, the suicide knob. Having wisely installed an extra little Sweely controller, like a big old 18-wheeler, so that Alpha can have maximum control and dexterity over the car. With Alpha's existing vehicle bonus, all you have to do is hit the button next to Alpha's suicide knob to get a +12 to whatever you're rolling,
Yeah,
which
Nice.
is insane. The
We
good
like
news,
this.
bad news is there are some very dangerous checks at certain speeds here, but the mechanics of the chase in Everyday Heroes, as obviously with EDH, the idea that playing in urban fantasy settings there will naturally be situations like this. There are chase mechanics, and we're going to sort of be simplified for this because there are 2 goals. There are take the other racer out and get as far down the race course as you can. So everybody is going to, over the course of these 5 major rounds, going to get a certain number of swings both to and fro, and you will gain points based on the acceleration if Alpha is not doing any crazy stunts.
Okay.
So Alpha's job will be a little bit more simplified because he's going to have his 2 rounds will be committed to a major dexterity check to keep the car moving and accelerated. The rest of you will be allowed to have 2 rounds of initiative against the cars, both attacking you and or peeling on forward, because there are no rules in Supermax. So, clear as mud.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and
Some
Absolutely.
excitement so far. Great.
Very good.
Well, then in that case, I am going to start reading these descriptions and pull something fun up for you guys because you are getting your car from Lincoln Center over to Rockefeller Center, where you see wooden ramshackle bleachers assembled at different stops along, and you see a large dump truck and a snowplow starting to shove things out of the way with makeshift ramming material as they finish clearing the path for a stretch of road, and you see a corner turn. Kind of like when you see all the guardrails go up around a race day or a parade. They have set some of these streets here in New York for an epic piece of entertainment, endorsed by the Duke to keep the inmates happy and in their particular sections of Supermax from fighting too much amongst each other. This is a neutral, peaceful territory where everyone is allowed to cheer and have fun. And of course, there are no other rules. So as you pull on up, I have here the description of a few champion figures in the cars next to you.
Is one of them named Sebulba? I swear to God.
No, Anakin.
Sebulba always wins.
No, guys,
someone
we
can
are
find
Anakin.
me,
Oh, we're
Collectively, yes.
if someone can find me the pod racing music in the next 30 seconds, I will let you play it.
Miss Deadeye, you're up.
Fantastic.
Go, go, go.
Okay.
La, da, da. That's Duel of Fates.
Yeah, so you've changed out the prize on that. So here we go. The 16. There are 16s in the race. Since the 16 doesn't have a crew, they are replaced by the heroes. Using the street racer for drivers as indicated. Stats are good. The first team, you see a car for the Black Spades gang. You see a singular driver, scowling face, a gentleman named King Stefan. He prefers small, nimble, fast cars and rides solo. A souped-up Toyota MR2 with a massive engine installed up front and all but the front windows replaced with steel plates.
Ooh.
Next to that, in position 2. Actually, you know what? Why don't I bring you to the map?
Oh,
We've got a
yeah.
makeshift map.
Map
We've
makes
got a
Matt
makeshift
happy.
map here. Oh, move. Come on. Who's a good map? There you go.
Who's a good map? Did you
So-
just say who's a good map?
He did.
Sorry, I might be using that one from here on out.
That's
Who's
a good boy.
map?
Who's a good man? You're a good man.
I'm trying real hard, guys.
You're awesome.
So I am going to put all of you at initiative 20 for this because it's going to be simultaneous chaos.
Is it just one other car?
Oh no, he's getting there.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to do it with a dramatic reveal, Megan.
Great.
Thanks for ruining it. Jeez.
Can't take Megan anywhere.
Well, we can't have
It's
nice
true.
things.
That's why we can't
It's
have nice
true.
things.
In the second car,
You let me play the mastermind character.
you see smoke trailing out of a painted van, beaten and decked out with various Grateful Dead motifs and
Oh,
artwork.
God.
Nice. We
Fucking
found the
hippies.
As
Yep.
the hippies pull their battered up, muffler broken van to the slide of
Heads
the
everywhere
race.
you go.
Got to be some decapitated
Next to
heads.
them,
Oh, there's no driver. It's just
you do, yeah. No, you do see a driver. So these are
It's-
tokens without
it's a
drivers
dog.
specifically in the car.
okay. I thought you said King Stefan was for the Black
Um,
Spades. I thought we were literally going for people.
Well, he said King Stefan does drive solo.
Oh,
He drives solo. You see
The hippies are like all like
Yes,
it's a commune
you see
inside a
6
van.
6 total hippies, one in the driver's seat, 2 hanging out the back. The sliding door is currently closed so that you can see the glorious artwork that they've painted in various shades of spray can graffiti.
Smoke
And you see the
emanating
words
from all
along
the windows.
every opening in the van is just Cheech and Chong. And you see the words Team Hotbox on the front bumper.
That was really
Oh.
funny.
The Hot Boxers.
Is that
To
really?
go with their broken muffler.
Is that really in the module,
you-
Patrick, or did you? Oh
It is
my
really in the module as the Hot Boxers and
God
Team
damn,
Hot Box.
that's amazing.
God.
Yeah, I love it.
It's quality
I
writing.
will say you do see that there is some sort of contraption as they close the back doors to the van and the tail lights crank on. And you see one guy use his lighter to light, one would assume, a substance that we definitely don't want to get banned on air for talking about. But you notice that he has rags and a small milk carton of bottles. And presumably
Ooh, Molotovs
that is
incoming.
worth being aware that there are Molotovs to be dealing with.
All right, we
As we
gotta
slide
come
over
up
to
with
car
something for the
3,
hole in our words.
a muscle car silver Mustang decked out with dragon designs on the side and on the front hood. You see Chen Wang and his hand-picked crew for the Flying Dragons racing a car that just says the Blackpool Dragons on the front of it.
Chen Wang, and how many other
Weird.
people does he have?
That is a great question. I'm going to pull that one back up. There are 3 passengers. So in that Mustang, every seat is full.
Okay. Mustang. Okay.
Next to them, in a beat-up pickup truck with some sort of machine gun-like device attached to it, you see 2 female junkers in leather jackets with spikes, short hair of multiple colors, cigarettes out of their mouth, and one in the front in the driver's seat as the FUs, the Reapers, all female racing team for the day, pulls up, and along the side of the truck you just see the words "The Suffragette."
Nice.
Nice.
SUFFERJET. It's a
Suffragette.
really nasty but
Oh.
very, very
Oh.
visible machine gun mount in a beat-up old pickup truck.
All I can
Alright.
see are the pixies
Very
from
much.
Onward.
Is it the
It's Warthog Halo 1 vibes.
is it the Suffragette or the
Yeah.
Suffragette?
The
Jet.
Suffragette.
Suffragette.
No,
Nice.
that's yes. The
Yeah.
wordplay.
Nice.
Quite a pun.
That's good.
And next to you in slot number 5, you see an enormous, unhideable cargo truck that looks like it moves as slow as molasses, partly because it is the size of a cargo truck, partly because it has been bedecked in stone, crepe paper mache to look like stone,
Oh my
and
god.
5 medieval castle turrets as the kings of New York have built themselves the siege engine.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh
With
no,
a
do not get behind that
Giant
thing.
castle trapdoor front moat where the lift of the cargo dumpster truck would be. You see a slow-moving medieval castle with 2 dudes hanging on in tiny little turrets with crossbows and longbows. You
Oh my
see
God.
one dude standing at the top where you would see John Cleese in Monty Python with a long sword in jumping range, about a foot and a half, no, 5 feet above you within
god.
castle
But
siege range.
it's covered specifically, you said, in paper mache.
So parts of it look like they have either taped bricks on or something. They've tried to build this out, and then everything has been spray painted a gunmetalish
Okay.
Oh
blue
Lord.
gray.
You said paper
So,
mache, and paper
the
mache
moving
is
castle.
flammable. That's
fair,
why I
that's fair.
asked.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. No,
What
this
kind of high
this
school
is
musical
still
is
Okay.
absolutely a for lack of a better term, it's a U-Haul with attachments.
Nice.
Okay.
As all of these other cars come up to the starting line, can Delta make an investigation or perception check to see if there are any like visible glaring weaknesses in these other cars?
I would be willing to indulge that.
Okay.
Roll me.
5, 1 for each.
No. I'm gonna the height of the check is gonna tell you how many things you notice.
Okay.
Let's say mechanics, because this is about vehicles specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me mechanics check, Megan.
Mechanics. All right.
Sorry, the
Oh.
siege engine, the Tudors, is actually Windsor Castle.
Nice.
Nat one.
Whoa.
Okay.
Balls.
On a 5,
Uh-huh.
the amount of showmanship put into this race
Uh-huh.
and the amount of janky spears, the bumpers on the front of the Flying Dragon's car, the spikes sticking out the side. You had visions. Wait, I think we had 2 Mad Maxes by 1993.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. So you've
Mhm.
seen Road Warrior for sure. And
Yeah.
and the original Mad Max. So like the vibes that you're getting here are very much people have seen Death Race and have thoughts. And it is so distracting that if you hadn't already swallowed your gum, you probably would have swallowed it now going, none of this is up to code. How have they made any of this work?
It's guys, I
Stuck
can
in a
feel it.
metal
It's
section.
stuck. It's like right here.
Echo just gives her
As
like a
the
solid
engines-
womp on the back.
Oh,
And
that
then
actually
your own
that
battle
cleared it.
wagon
Thank you.
here, which you guys should have token control over. I think. Switch back to the token.
Yes, I can touch and move and all kinds of stuff with it.
Great.
Me too.
We'll ping away with that. Although we're going to keep you guys, for the most part, due to the chase mechanics, I'm
Mhm.
keeping it pretty straightforward here. This is a makeshift map for this particular scenario, but it's going to work perfectly because there are obstacles throughout this course, and this will substitute nicely to at least give us the visuals and the vibe as we head on into it.
Okay.
But I'm going to throw on the Escape from New York battle music
Oh,
as the engines
Nice.
rev. As the dumpster fires are lit and blazing strong in the nearly noonday sky. Alpha, you had one more thing for me, yes?
Huh?
You had a question?
no. I was
Oh.
just color commentary.
Totally fine. As the crowds assemble on the makeshift bleachers, you hear all sorts of noises as a tall, blonde man with what seems to be some sort of hair extension that looks vaguely like a mullet, strapped with gear over his chest. It looks like there's a bandolier and some sort of epaulets. He's gaudy and very visual, bare-chested, glistening under the heat of the day's sun. You see a machine gun in his hand and a megaphone in his other, and he goes, "You all know why you're here. The Duke says it's time to have some fun. 6 racers come in. Doesn't mean they're all gonna make it to the end. Each has placed their bets. Crowds, let me hear you." And the inmates, in a pile of crazies and gang associations, erupt in the bleachers as he announces each of these drivers as you've been given their names and their car information. He runs up to you as he gets to the last, as you are the 6th slot, and he says, "All right, you're in the Fat Cat's position, and we were told that there was going to be a change, but we don't have a name for you. What are you calling yourselves, kids? What are you racing for?"
Alpha looks directly at Charlie.
Well, we are Cade. CADE.
Hate you so much. Take your inspiration point. Good thinking on the fly.
Nice.
Woo!
You got a slogan? You wanna say anything to the crowds because they don't know you yet, or you just want to run with the silent, strong type?
See you at the arcade.
Oh, okay. I'll sure. As he walks back in front of the crowd, doing the little trot as one runs in a loud area, throws the megaphone up, announces the crowd, "Newcomers to the race. We've got a group of unknown, surly-looking folks here. They're calling themselves Cade, and they said they'll see us all at the arcade. I guess they've got a technical gimmick. I don't know. The car looks pretty good compared to everything else. Let's see what they've got."
Spy Hunter
And
came
you
out
see
in
him
1981, right? Isn't that right? Spy Hunter. Remember that old
Yes,
video
that's
game?
fair.
Fucking,
Oh, yeah.
Remember that game?
As he waves a bloodied handkerchief of some kind, the red being very clearly unfurled in front of him, you see the hand go up as he climbs a short little lifeguard's chair height barricade right at the side so that all cars can see. And as he throws the flag in the air, the engines rev. Everyone preps, knuckles gripped to steering wheels, as we launch into initiative for round 1.
Can I say something out
So I'm
loud,
gonna
though,
drop
Patrick?
this all down.
This music is
Yeah, go
fucking
to town.
awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I
Do we
am
not have the rights to
I've been
Grease
saving the
Lightning,
battle
or-
music for you guys.
I am riding the wave of this music like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Except we're
And
not
for
in
those-
the initiative.
Coming up the quarter mile.
For those amazing Twitchers watching us at home, this audio can be found on Syrinscape if you wanted to purchase the audio for Everyday Heroes along with the module in question. We are going to start off with round 1 here.
Are we in? Are we
You
in the
need to
initiative?
put us in the
As
initiative.
we
We're
get
not
into
there.
the opening straightaway. No, you should all be in there at
We can't see us.
20.1.
We
Did
only
you,
see
you know what?
19.
You probably rolled for our initiative on
Oh,
the previous
Just
map.
tokens. Yeah. Doing that here. Hold on.
That happens.
It do?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Okay, let's go over to that real quick.
What did we roll for initiative for our car? Did we roll for initiative?
Patrick gave us 20 points.
No, so I'm gonna give you guys a sort of straightforward initiative and then just sort of go in sequential order, unless you guys really want to roll for it and run the risk of being lower than them in
Nope,
random
you want to
jumping.
make us
I figured
first, I'm here
everybody
for
gets
it.
one. Yeah. I know what I'm about. I know what you're about.
No,
I don't know why
we're
I
gonna
can't
get
do that
fucked
map,
later.
but let me
Let's,
copy paste
Yeah, right.
from
Exactly.
this one. Okay, back over here. I'm gonna leave you guys as tokens on the map here, so you can at least see.
Oh, nice.
And then we can try and set initiative again. Now, can you see yourselves at initiative count?
Not the battle wagon, right? So you have to add the battle wagon as a turn.
Right.
So you have to
Okay.
right-click on it and say add turn, and then you can change it and make it whatever you want.
Oh, that's what I did. I forgot the battle wagon somehow. That's what happened. Sorry, I was actually
There you
looking
go.
at tokens. Let's do it this way.
Boom. And then
No.
resort.
There
and
we
use-
are.
Hey, there we
Try
go,
this
baby.
One more time. There we go. There we go.
Hell
there we go.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna start this on off. Alpha, I'm going to need from you a dexterity saving throw as you gun into this straight away, because if these cars are ahead of you in the pole positions, and you are going to be making up for lost ground to try and get towards the front
Just
of the pack.
a regular
Let's see if you can
regular
get your
dex.
+1. Yep. I need a DC 15 on the straightaway to accelerate to try and get to the right point up and ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Should not be an issue with your dex. Yeah, 22. Absolutely great. As the cars boom, 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 boom. Alpha, this is not your first street race. You know how it goes. You have your toes primed and ready to go. You've got your hand on the clutch and the other hand on your wheel, and you are just waiting for that 6th slot flag to go, and you are in perfect synchronization with the energy of this crowd and this race. Which brings us to the second person down the line, Charlie. As you are close to these cars and they start to peel off ahead of you, what are you going to do, if anything?
I mean, the closest car to me, or to us,
Yeah.
I should say, is the Reapers. And these gals do not look like they're going to take any kind of ribbing in any way, shape, or form very kindly. So I think I'm going to hold my action until I see if we get into trouble.
Great. I love it. Delta.
So I can use my action as like my normal actions, or I need to use actions just as the car.
No, you're going to get 2 initiatives, and then once you are ahead of other cars in terms of the number of points for the chase run, you'll be able to throw the tumble barbs at them.
Okay, so I can just shoot some people now?
If you wanted to, as soon as these things start gunning. This is all going to be happening sequentially, and since they've got information about these steps of the race, I'm letting you guys get your stuff in first, because it will affect damaging the cars. It will affect who makes it to future rounds and stuff. And some of
Okay.
the numbers will be simplified by the fact that you'll be killing people off as you go, which is why we get 2 initiatives. But some of it is absolutely dangerous to you guys as well.
So
Oh,
then
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize we could do that. If that's the case, I apologize, Patrick, and I apologize, Megan. I think I
Go
would
ahead.
do something then. So I
Okay,
think
what would
I
you
would
like
just
to
yeah, I think Charlie would then just pop right out of the cars, out of the roof, hit the trigger on the megaphone, and use something that I haven't used in a very long time. Actually, I don't think ever is a talent that she has, and it's called Demoralize.
Nice.
Yes.
So I can choose one opponent that I can hear with.
Matthew,
that
could you
can,
tell the...
Yeah, go ahead, Patrick. What's up?
I was going to say, no, just tell the folks at home about this ability so that they can understand what the Icon class brings to Escape from New York as a Bard sub.
Hell yeah. It's kind of like Vicious Mockery in a way, because as long as they can hear you and they're within 60 feet of you, then they make a wisdom saving throw against my trick DC. And on a failed save, they have disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks until the end of my next turn. So, sorry,
Amazing.
attack rolls, ability
Okay.
checks, and attack rolls against the target have advantage too. So I'm thinking actually now that I'm looking at these ladies in the suffragette, these guys, I should say gals, might actually be one of our toughest competitors. So I'm gonna roll my demoralize on them and say, ladies, it's not ladies' night. Get the fuck out the way!
Boom. Delta backed you up.
Okay. Fantastic. What do I have to roll against that?
My trick DC, which is... where's my trick DC? I think it's under plans and tricks here. There it is.
Yep.
Where is my trick DC? Damn it. Where are your DCs, folks? I knew I had it.
I don't have one.
Mine was in, oh God, where was it? If you scroll.
Is it under defense? Is it under a defense? Is that where it is?
Is it persona? Hold on.
I'm just trying to find it. Where it would be.
After Charlie says that, Alpha can't help himself. He goes, yeah! And then he pretends like he didn't.
I feel like it might be my
I
defense,
go
but it could be
lightly
wrong.
smack someone in the back of the head for that.
Matt, it is.
Your trick DC is 16.
It's
It's
in
16?
bio and info, right below your picture.
Oh, there we go. You're right. There it
Yeah.
is. Thank you so
Yep.
much. Yes, it is 16.
Because they're pre-gen characters, it's
Yeah.
preset as 16. Great. So the suffragettes
I'll
are
remember that.
going to try and roll against that trick DC. And that is a charisma?
It is wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. So since they don't have full stats, we're just going to throw it on a 1 plus a d20 here. We're going to see if are you demoralizing each of them? Do they all roll for it?
It's just one target, so it's an opponent. So it's a single
target,
person.
yeah, so
so I'm
we're
going to
in
go
the
for hopefully the
Everybody in the
driver.
car.
Driver,
Yeah.
yeah.
Done. D20 plus 1.
Nope.
That is a 7. Absolutely demoralized. They
you
have
guys can
no idea what the heck
So all attack rolls, all ability checks, all saving
is
throws,
going.
disadvantage, and attacks on my target have advantage.
Yep.
Have fun.
1 passenger seat in the truck, 1 gunner, and 1 driver.
There you go. Sorry.
Fantastic. Okay. That's right. Echo.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Did Macon finish? Apologies.
No,
Sorry.
I didn't get to
That's
go.
right. No, Megan.
Okay,
My apologies.
great.
Oh, sorry.
Can I? So in the back, there must be some holes that we have like established for the tumble barbs to come out of. Can I like see through them to like try to like with my Glock shoot out somebody's tires?
Ooh. I'm going to say yes. It wouldn't be able to do this round because you're still in the back of the pack as all of this
Yeah.
starts to accelerate. But I will say in the future sections of that, I'm going to say that you have propped up the trunk with a crowbar. So you've got a little hunter's slit,
Cool.
gunner's slit to shoot out of.
Cool.
It'll also help justify if you get hit as a player.
Also true.
Along the way. Yeah.
Yep.
No. I like that. I like this though. But that also makes sense. If you've rigged the whole back, you've probably got it propped so you can see what the hell you're dropping on. I like that. Totally fine.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so you're technically holding your action.
Yeah,
Until you start to pull ahead in any way.
Oh, I'm looking at this backwards. I somehow thought we were at the front. But yeah, no, you're correct. So yes, I'm
No, so
holding my
technically
action
the-
until we pass someone, and then I'm going to try to shoot out their tires as we go by.
The cars will all be going this way on the strip.
Oh, got it. Okay.
From
Which
the
way
original
we're going?
positions.
We're going straight
North.
forward, right?
north.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought we
So
were
as
going
as you guys,
east, but we're not. So.
my apologies.
No, you're fine.
No, from the way I dropped the cars onto the map, I should have explained that a little bit better. But you guys are in the 6th slot simply because the fat cats were not bribing their way into that particular pole position versus whoever else had bribed their way to whatever slot for this particular race. My apologies
Cool.
for explaining it poorly. But yes, you will be able to, as the acceleration rounds happen, based off of those successful checks that Alpha has, we're going to be adding right there, gunning it forward, which is a +1. So you will be able to move forward a slot and increase your speed from medium to high speed, which will change some DCs at hairpin turns, but we'll get you ahead of people in the coming rounds.
Oh, and as she like lines up her shot and gets ready, she'll just call over her shoulder to Alpha, and she'll say, anytime you see a fucking like a snare zone where it's just wide enough for one car to get through and there's somebody behind us, you let me know and I drop one of these. And she kind of motions to the tumble barbs so that there's like anytime there's like a roadblock or anything, that there's no other way around it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Hell yeah. I love that. Okay. That brings us to Echo properly. Thank you.
All right, so we're not actually moving yet. We're still
This is
behind
the beginning
everybody.
of the moving. I'm going to just, yes.
I'm
Right.
sorry, I'm
going
just
to
trying to
describe
figure out
what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, can you explain to us a little bit how movement works? Because if I wanted to say drop an explosive in the back of that wide open pickup truck, I don't want it to go off while we're stuck next to it. I want to make sure we're capable of getting away from it before it blows.
I think the best way to describe what I'm envisioning, and maybe I explained it poorly, so I'll try and do it this way, is that giving you guys the awareness that there are 2 turns per round, because there's going to be stuff happening that is preset for a couple of the rounds, and then causality based on who the players target. You guys are going to be moving forward through the race, step by step, 8-bit graphic music going with us every turn. And sort of allowing you guys to announce what you want to do. We'll have it fall in succession with the stuff from the module here, so that you will be able to all be happening in the same chaotic action of the race in the way you're intending. But I'm giving you guys prime control and awareness, because there is stuff that's going to be happening that the other drivers are making at the same time.
I'm asking about how moving works, as in, are we all going to be moving at the exact same speed? Literally, what I'm saying is, I've got 2 frag grenades, and they've got an open back in their pickup truck. I would love to lob one in there, but not if we're 4 feet away and can't get away before it explodes.
Exactly. So right now, at the speed you guys are moving in this first section, not the best of ideas. As the momentum of the race continues...
Okay, so there are ways for us to move faster than these other cars.
Yes.
Okay, that's the part, that's the race mechanic part of this that I'm just not quite grasping. But okay,
correct.
So technically then can't do anything because we're not moving, but I can prime myself. Will we move before my second action?
Yes, if I will absolutely say that as we start moving with Alpha's check there, he's going to be focused on maintaining that speed, but you guys did cross a threshold with that 22 and will be able to start to pull forward. So you'd be alongside them in this immediate moment if you were to do it in these 2 rounds.
Okay, because then I would like to lean out the window and take a swing at the machine gunner with my axe.
Decapitation part 1.
Decapitation part 1, yeah. Well, first of all, easily accessible target. Second of all, they have a machine gun.
Fair.
Yes, smart.
It's true.
So do I just roll a straight fire axe attack roll with that?
Well, that was going to be my next question. So it sounds like you're aiming for fire axe attack 1 and potential grenade round 2.
Round 2 I'm undecided on because I want to see where we are if it makes sense. But for now, fire axe on the gun.
Great. Well, then how about this? We could trim it down to everybody gets 1 turn and that's the round. We could make it a little less chaotic and complicated. You want to do that? That means there's only 5 rounds in the entire race, and there's a lot of shit that's going to be happening. But it means they'll be able to attack you guys less as well.
I'm fine with 2 initiatives per round. I'm just the positioning thing is the thing that has me confused. But I assume it will, as it unfolds, it'll start to make sense to me. So
I'm gonna let's go with this. We're setting Delta is queued up to shoot as soon as there's somebody behind them. Alpha's pulling forward. Charlie just demoralized, and Echo is ready to take a swipe. Let's say for round 1, we're going to keep it to 1 round initiative.
I love it.
Okay.
And then we're going to launch into all the chaos of the other cars and racers. So let's stick with that. In this moment, yes, I'm going to describe what everybody else is about to do, but I will let you, Echo, take a swing first. It is going to be, it's a penetration value of 2.
Yes.
on the FUs. So you do have to
on the gunner, yeah.
Yes, you have to take a swing at the gunner, which is going to be an AC of. Let me pull that back up. Oh no, sorry, they just got the street racer stats. Yes, so you 15. I just need an attack of 15.
I missed.
Okay.
Ooh.
Understood. Okay.
Great.
This
I
is
will use
cool.
my reaction and be like, Echo, choke up on the axe. And so you get to do it again.
I'm doing it. It's my turn to do everything wrong.
That's right. You're doing it wrong.
Action.
And
Alpha
I
looks at
crit.
Echo and
There you
says,
go.
There we
Shit.
go. Fantastic.
And it was, I do have to
As
say, it
the-
was one-handed because I am holding onto the car with the other hand. So it is only
Sure.
13, not
Totally fine. Maybe you catch her on the backswing there with the leg.
There you go.
Just reaching up through the side of the station wagon, trying to hit somebody in a pickup truck is gonna be a hard angle anyway.
I'm kind of like
I will
I'm doing the
absolutely
thing.
say.
I'm like standing up out of the door, hanging onto the oh shit bar with this arm and swinging like that.
And I think the acceleration is what threw it off because Alpha gunned it so fucking fast.
That's it.
This is perfect. It is not the cleanest cut. It's not a head cut, but you
That's
definitely
okay.
nicked, which is going to both draw attention and throw off their ability to do anything. That is fantastic. First
Nice.
Street Racer is hit, and you guys are on a +2. So we are going to go through the steps of this real quick for round 1. With the opening straight away, you have been able to gain ground and are actually moving ahead an entire position with Alpha's 22 success on the first roll,
Woohoo!
which is fan-freaking-tastic. As this is happening, the Kings of New York are going to try and move in your direction. You're going to have one guy leap with a broadsword, and 2 people shoot at you with longbows from their current positions. So I am going to need... Where's my street racers? Yeah. Actually, that's... Yeah, they're not quite close enough to board you at the speed that Alpha is moving, so they're not going to get the full jump. There is going to be one Wilhelm scream as a guy tries to leap towards Echo, landing out. Sword versus axe. We're going to take the first swing with... Actually, here, I've got the gang soldier stats will work perfect for that, the ganger attacks. So we're going to use the melee stats and just do the right damage. Ooh, 25 to hit.
God damn, it's a crit.
Holy shit.
It's
As
okay.
he throws himself from the car
That's
from
fine.
the giant castle truck to try and come at you. Maybe the other reason that you had to have that advantage roll with the help action is because you were thrown off from the acceleration and someone leaping at you. That crit is going to be 15 damage. Holy shit.
-3, so it's actually 12 damage. And
Barbarians are the best.
fuck it, I'm gonna enter a frenzy.
Nice.
Fantastic. I think that frenzy is immediately rewarded with a bump, ba-bump, and Delta, your position shakes entirely as the first thing that happens is the acceleration of the car and the sacrificial lamb. One of the 6 guys in the Kings of New York is officially off the map and under the wheels of Alpha's supreme driving,
Nice.
but not without penalty as Echo goes into a frenzy.
Frenzy. Is Crowbar Guy on our car now?
No, he's underneath it.
Oh, okay.
That's
Cool.
never going to succeed well. Because
So I
as
don't
they
get
try
to
to
use
swing-
payback on him. Oh well.
Alpha says, seatbelts,
they are
everyone.
trying to,
Oh, actually,
as
I just hook
I'm
my
gonna-
ankles around Charlie's feet and like try to like stay prone in the trunk.
actually, I'll take it. I almost took it back, and I almost decided to use my reaction to have that damage. But fuck it, I'll hang on to that for later because I'm probably gonna need it.
okay, cool. I like that. As
I'd rather be in a frenzy.
1 minute to 2.
Yeah.
5 is going to be here. 4 goes there, and they go there, and they just need an opposed roll. All right, as everybody starts to advance and moves forward 1 position, the Kings of New York are going to try and slide closer to you as that is happening, but your acceleration movement actually got you up and ahead with that 22. So as you guys can see here on the map, it is going to be a jam-packed run.
Can I
down
see
the
any
avenue.
tires?
Not just yet.
Not
It
just
is
yet.
coming up.
Okay. Great.
The other thing that happens on this turn is that the Blackpool Dragons are going to try and run the Hotboxers off the road while they deploy drop spikes.
Yep.
Ooh.
And they're going to take some penalty as they try and veer forward there. So there's an immediate clusterfuck as all of you did jump to move at the same time, leaving King Stephen because Stephen King because Christine. God damn
Of
it.
course.
Hell yes. As King Stephen, solo racer, not armed with extra people to keep the car packed with damage, Gus starts to try and pull on ahead.
Dick.
That's cool. I can take out
The
his
FUs
tires.
are going to try and gun down King Stephen as he accelerates away, but a stray shot from the FUs, not quite landing the purchase that they wanted to because their gunner has been axed in the leg, fires off, and we're going to do 1 point of body damage to King Stephen. Tweaking that
Oh, I thought
there.
it was the Suffragettes gunner that I got.
Yeah, the FUs is the Suffragettes.
Oh, okay.
But King Stephen was hit by the Suffragettes while you were swinging at the Suffragettes.
Gotcha.
So we've got multiple things going on here. We've got drivers getting nicked, glass being shattered, cars trying to ram each other, cats, dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria.
And we're going to enter round 2. Most dangerous of all, the Flaming Wreck Slalom. The road ahead is filled with flaming car wrecks, billowing black smoke, with narrow pathways winding between them, creating a crazed stretch with limited visibility. The speed stays at medium as you are all trying to increase and run along this section, but is no longer a clean straightaway. I am going to need a dexterity saving throw from Alpha. At the medium level, this is going to be a DC 13 to maintain. And if you can beat 20, you're going to jump there. Ooh, yes. Okay, 19.
Nice.
You are going to get another +2. This is going to put you, for the start of everything else that's going to happen here, not only maintaining, but a full nother slot ahead.
So
Oh,
Alpha
no.
has his sunglasses on, and he is humming to himself, Ride of the Valkyrie.
Nice.
Yes.
I love it. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, so let's start setting up the concussive initiatives of this round. We'll go back with the order we're running here for Cade. Charlie, what are you doing?
I think Charlie is going to look. Who's driving like directly next to us?
Right now,
That's the hippies.
you are about to pull up to the hot boxers, the hippies, but you are still at this stage of describing things. You're pulling past the FUs because they're shooting off in another direction.
Okay. This is very strange, but it may work. I'm still up the out of the sunroof, right?
Yeah.
I still got my thing. I have this cool power that I've used before, or I should say ability, not power, because this isn't magic. This is normal life. It's called hypnotize.
Nice.
And hypnotize, according to the character sheet, says that as long as they can see and hear me, as an action, I can suggest a course of activity, and influence a person I can see and hear and understand, and who can understand me. I'm really hoping that the hippies are not so fucking, high on shit that they can understand me. They will make the course of action as long as it sounds reasonable. So I'm going to click on my megaphone and turn it in the direction of the hippies, and I say, "Hey hippies, go take a smoke break."
Sounds reasonable.
Advantage
And
because
that
they
is a
definitely want to
wisdom
do
check.
that. Amazing.
That is another trick.
That is a trick, my DC, and it's a wisdom trick, saving throw is 16.
Yep.
Nice.
Yes.
So hopefully that
Okay.
does something. maybe tell
That is going to definitely negate one of the hot boxers from the back that has the crate of the Molotovs. So it's not lit yet.
Okay.
And you've eliminated one of.
Let's get lit.
5 of those, right?
Right on.
There's 5.
Takes care of one. So I can imagine like the guy in the back. He's like prepping the Molotovs in the back, and like he hears and he's like, and he turns around and I'm like,
great idea, man.
And he's like,
do anything until my boss tells me.
And he just like jumps into a sack of
easy race anyway.
Yeah, exactly. He just like jumps overboard.
No, I think he's just gonna lay down and back, and you're just gonna see a big billowing cloud with one little flame as the lighter that would be used to light Molotovs
Amazing.
is disabled for a round.
Awesome. Okay.
Until another hotboxer can grab it.
All right, that I can't do again until I take a short rest. So that's my turn.
Well used.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. That brings us to Alpha. You're driving. You got that success rate. You have pulled ahead. Delta, what are you doing here?
Okay, so because I had a held action and now we're back around, do I see any tires yet?
You can sort of off to the side see. It's not quite in the straightaway that you want.
Yeah.
And you had given Alpha a rule there, so that's going to come in a minute.
I think she's talking about
no,
tires.
just shooting tires with my Glock.
Yes. Yes. Great. And your Glock is penetration 2, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Great. I would be willing to let you roll against the suffragette on that.
Okay, cool. Is there any way to aim for the driver's side front tire to try to get the momentum to turn and like swing around into the flying dragons?
Ooh. I don't know if you can get that particular wheel from the angle you guys are at right now.
That's fine.
The one that you'd probably have the closest to is going to have him fishtail a little bit and slow them down.
Okay,
which is
cool.
going to give -1 on this round to the suffragettes, which is great. So I need to mark that there.
Okay.
They are not going to be able to move ahead.
That was a
because
12.
That 12 is the AC to hit.
Yes.
Their constitution plus their 10 to the vehicle. That is
yes.
exactly what you need. And it's not great, but you all hear a very loud popping noise and a few sparks fly as the front right wheel goes. And they try and disable and the fishtail down, and they're going to move back 1 slot and lose momentum.
Excellent.
As you guys are able to pull on ahead.
Love to see it.
Okay. Echo, what's your swing?
All right, so are we parallel with the hippies yet or no?
You are pulling parallel, which is how
we're pulling
Charlie's
parallel.
Yellow. Yes, with this speed. You're accelerating at a dangerously high speed compared to some of the other cars right now. Because Alpha is in the zone.
Yeah.
With these
all right. And we'll be like, oi, Alpha, mate, you probably want to floor it. And I am going to grab a frag grenade and chuck it into the back of their van.
Great. Fantastic.
I don't know what kind of... I was like, do I have an attack for that?
Wait, which one are you
I do. Yeah, I do. I had to find my frag... I do have a frag grenade attack. Ooh, only a 6.
Oof. Unfortunately, that is not going to work. I think it's going to bounce off the swinging door.
I have my reaction back.
Okay, if you want to do that, because if it doesn't, it might bounce off their swinging door and explode under the suffragette. So
yeah, so I think Delta sees through her little like sniper window that she's built in the back. She just sees it roll away, and she just goes, "Arc it, come on!" And you're doing it wrong. So roll again.
Okay.
Better you than me.
11.
11. Okay. But she did make a good point, which is there is a car behind you and a live grenade on the street. So I'm going to play everybody's favorite DMPM game, 60-40. If it is above 61, the suffragette is going to take even more damage.
Yeah!
Sorry, ladies.
75.
Yeah!
Alrighty. That is...
But does it take the first damage or the second damage? Because there's a significant difference. Probably the second.
Oh, true. I'll take back my reaction.
It is going to be... Yeah, it is going to be the second damage on that. The explosive.
Okay, too late.
Okay, never mind.
On that is still, that's very, very good, you guys. because that pickup truck was not prepared for a grenade underneath its exposed chassis. And you just see Sarah and Echo's favorite leather jacket and neon-colored hair go tumbling in a pile of a flaming wreck. And I'm going to crumple up those stats because those don't mean anything anymore.
Yay!
As you guys have
took a
eliminated your first racer.
card.
Inside
Bye,
the
bye.
race, and we are going to
Close
lose
count.
Does anyone's head come up?
big ol' X. I'm going to need another 60-40. You're going to need, you tell me what the
All
number
right.
you want to call is.
I'm gonna go with over 60 again. 61 up.
Okay.
Gunner's head comes off. Yeah! First
One
That is
decapitation
not the
of
way you
race!
want, but it will count for the gambling.
Don't care, man. I caused it. It happens.
We are at, I need to make notes on that now, because you've got one decapitation. This is the most chaotic DMing I've done in a while. Okay, that brings us to the actual chaos of the
Let's
round.
pull out the decapitation chart.
As the Kings of New York continue to try and pile up towards you, you just see the swerving, flaming energy. Also, the 11 missed as well on the second frag grenade for the hippies, but you did take out the other racer, so we're still making progress. The Kings of New York are going to
Exactly.
pull towards you, and you're just going to see the castle start to slowly lumber into Megan's targeting reticule for next round.
Nice.
As 3 longbow attacks are going to be coming from above, as the guys up in the turrets of this massive vehicle are going to try.
Delta,
And
did you
make
take both of
some
your
damage.
actions? Didn't you hold an action?
I
since you
did
had two?
hold an action, but I don't think the criteria of me being able to see any tires from where I was crouched came into view until it was my turn again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
All
sense.
right. With those guys out of the way, the 3 with longbows are going to make attacks. 19, 23, and 13 on the car. So I
I
believe.
don't like any of that.
Marcus, what is your constitution?
16 plus 3.
16. Okay. So 2 of them are going to get through. The first one is not. So it's going to be a total of 4, 7. Oh no, but it's penetration 1 on the arrows. No, I'm going to
Ooh.
say you are going to take half that total damage. No, the car is going to take half that total damage. So we are going to set aside a couple markers here for the battle wagon, which we'll pull back up. That is pack 6. Okay, so pack 6 and 11 halved and quartered because it's just arrows is 2. So 2 arrows are going to penetrate through 1, the trunk above Delta, and 1 just shy of Charlie. As the car is hit, but they were not targeting the specific people at the speed that they were moving and their longbows. So there is some damage to the car. But the plating that you guys had, the speed that you're operating at, the danger is real, but you guys are okay for the moment.
Okay.
Alpha will have bigger concerns if there continues to be a ton of damage to the car trying to maintain a busted wheel driving at these unsafe speeds.
I'm good
But-
up until level 2 of damage.
Yeah. As this is happening right now, the other thing that happens is the Blackpool Dragons are chasing after King Stephen through the salons, trying to shoot out his tires. But King manages to pull ahead again with his slick driving. As these guys slide up here, and these guys slide up here, and the hippies advance to there. Actually, no. So for 1, it's going to be there, there, and there. So it's a full marker on everybody except for you guys because you did double success on that because of how high he rolled twice in a row. Okay. That is going to bring us to round 3. Round 3. We have here. No, you know what? No, you know what? No, I like this. The Flaming Salam is a dangerous area. Everything's getting tightly packed, and you guys are having fun with this. So we're going to mark off the body on that. Okay, so he's got -1. Straight ahead. The other thing that's going to happen here is another opportunity for Alpha to continue peeling forward.
Okay, thanks.
So I'm going to start with Alpha's check first, because it is going to happen simultaneously enough that if this goes supremely well, Megan's chain is going to be dangerous.
Let's go.
But it means we're going to have to make Delta last, because there is going to be some chaos coming as you pull
fine.
ahead past these two vehicles. Alpha, roll me another dexterity drive.
Well, let's go.
I'm not supposed to be rolling my vehicle handling, right? Just straight dex.
No, this one you should be rolling vehicle handling.
Which would be the
So,
plus
yeah.
12.
Roll me the suicide knob. Yep.
Oh,
Thank God I got a plus 12.
22 again.
yeah.
Fantastic.
That rolled.
So with 22 again, you are going to get.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
can't. Never mind.
Yep. So you're going to continue pulling forward, keeping. I'm going to say, you know what? No, you guys are locked in alongside the van because of the whole grenade thing. So I'm going to keep you in that position there. Mac and I have great news. You're starting to see the shadows of vehicles coming into play. Not this turn, but maybe next turn.
Not
Okay,
yet, Delta.
so let's switch back over to Charlie on this. Charlie, are you still sticking out the top? And what, if anything, are you doing?
I feel honestly that this is getting to be more of a risk than is necessary, to be perfectly honest, considering how much shit is going on and destruction of cars and whatnot. So I feel like I am gonna get my ass shot off unless I get back in the car. So I will do
Okay.
that. Now I still have, from my recollection and my character sheet, a weapon which I'm not really used to.
Yep.
Which is a submachine gun.
Oh yeah.
I'm really shitty at shooting, but hey, let's try it out. So I
Aim
guess,
small, miss small.
yeah, right, exactly.
Spray and pray. Spray and pray.
Yeah. So submachine guns, according to what I'm looking at on these things, have a they have a full auto, and they have a burst. They have burst 3 and they have full auto. Like that, exactly.
Yep.
So remind me again what full auto does?
Full auto. Let's switch on over to.
If I just hold my trigger finger down and just close my eyes and maybe shoot at one of these trucks or cars, then maybe it'll blow up. I don't know. They have Molotov cocktails in the back. Maybe I'll blow them up.
Charlie, I like where you're going.
I'm not good at this shooting thing. I tell
I'm
people to
looking
shoot
for it
for
too.
me.
Fire poses disadvantage.
Okay, here we go.
But
A full auto mechanism cocks the gun and loads a new round from the magazine each time a round is fired. The gun fires continuously as long as the trigger is held down. This allows you to use the suppressive fire action. See Chapter 8.
Oh, suppressive fire. I like suppressing people. Let's go ahead and do that.
Charlie, hold it out the window. Hold down the trigger till it stops shooting.
Yeah, let's go. This is something Charlie would never say. And just pulls her finger down until her hand starts hurting, and then says, no matter what she does with this thing, just like, ow. Checks her nail.
Yeah, so suppressive fire can be
That's
used
like
to threaten a
recommend-
large group of opponents at once, or as cover fire that gives teammates a chance to move or act in the open by forcing enemies to get out of the way.
That was really realistic. That sound effect. I really thought something blew up next to me. I will just go ahead and go full auto on, I guess, the hippies, because they're right next to
Your
us. yeah?
target area is up to 30 feet wide.
Well, the hippies' car is about 30 feet wide, I would say.
I think we're gonna need
There
it.
you go.
So I'm just going to spray the whole hippie's car with bullets. Full auto.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love it. Okay, let's take a shot at it then.
All
Roll me
right.
some damage.
Here we
Or
go.
attack anyway.
First attack roll. And there's your attack roll.
That is a 10. Okay, unfortunately, a 10 is not going to beat their armor class, but you will riddle the artwork on the side and just all along the side. Perfect timing. All along the side, you are going to get bullet holes all above as everyone crouches down and stays out of the way and you see the driver duck, and you see them juke a little bit off to the side. You see that door that was open swinging even further as your friend with the smoke break is probably going to be pulled out of his coffee break reverie.
It's fine.
It is the right AP, but not the total kill that you wanted. I'm going to say that it knocks down 1 total off the car's body, and you are making it perforated for further shooting in the future.
Okay. Works for me.
Charlie, I'm proud of you, but I'm glad you have a megaphone.
Echo, what are you doing?
Can't really see any people right now. I have something fun I want to do, but I'm going to save it for now. So I'm going to pull out my Glock and try and shoot at their tires, the hippies' tires.
Great.
Or sorry, not my Glock. I have a 44
You're looking to
Magnum.
beat it. Okay, 44. Oh, that may do it. You're looking
There
to
you
beat
go.
14 is the hit. Yeah.
There
and
you
on the
go.
Tires, that is
And it's a PV
Yeah,
of
no, that's gonna
3,
be-
so 10 ballistic
Yeah,
on the tires.
absolutely penetrate. Yep. Okay. It is going to swing on down, and you're going to hit 10 base. Yeah. So you're gonna pop out the back tire, and you're just going to see the van sort of rear back and slow as more sparks fly into the air, and it's going to fall behind as you continue racing.
Nice.
Still going, but not easily and not well. Okay. That is going to bring us next to Delta. You have anything else? This is technically held enough, and the hot boxes are about to drop behind you.
Can I see them in my rear view mirror?
Yeah, as this acceleration is happening,
Is it tumble barb time?
you could use one of them now. You could use one of them
Delta.
now if you wanted.
Delta,
I'd
you're
say-
up.
Me?
Do it.
All right. So hearing him say that, I released the tumble barb.
Release the Kraken!
Great.
That's right.
So
So
that is
it-
going to be an opposed check against his dex.
Okay.
That is a 4.
Yes.
Okay. So it's my dex though.
Correct.
Come on. Just do better. Oh!
Oh!
Is that an attack?
Now
Can
I will say
Can I? You're doing it wrong myself.
you can. I was
You
just gonna say yes. You do
fucking
have your
idiot.
reaction back, so you could.
Yeah. Okay, great. Then I will.
I think what's gonna happen is that you're gonna drop a few, but one gets caught in the grill that you had set as a drop chamber, and you just have to sort of like push it out with your hand.
Okay. Fair. All right. Let's do this again.
Oh, you're
Come
doing
on.
a dexterity save, not a check. I don't know if that changes anything.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that would change it. Yeah, don't do a dex save, do a dex check.
Oh, I thought I was doing.
I will
the
allow
check.
that, actually.
Hold on. All right.
There.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That's just the check.
11. Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna pull Syrinscape down a little bit. Matt keeps looking to his right, and I'm worried now.
Oh no, I'm
not
good.
blowing out your ears, am I?
No.
Oh, cool.
I'm adjusting the
Okay,
Syrinscape as we
so-
go. We're good. I'm mixing and producing and talking.
Love it. On an 11, yeah, I was gonna say yeah, because Sarah's absolutely right. That was a dexterity save. Pro bono
Fair.
rules lawyer. I am going to.
I'm here for all your
I'm
needs.
going to say that 11 absolutely hits.
Okay.
And you just see the front 2 tires. As the minute you hear the bang and you hear a squeal, you see the fishtailing of that giant smoke-ridden van come
Yeah.
into view. With an excitement, you pull. You see the one there. I'm going to say you still get the fun of joy of throwing the last one. And as they bumble down the street, boom, 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 3 of these 4 that you've chambered up in a rack bounce down into the street, and they don't go. But then the 4th one goes, boom, boom, and as you push it off the back of the car, it rolls perfectly under the tire, and now the 2 opposite diagonal tires of the car go, and the car just sort of wobbles and then lands on itself, barely still operational, and you just hear fading away at the speed you're moving. Oh, man! Guy in
Do
the
they
hot
spin into the
boxers.
siege machine at all?
That is a lovely thought, but unfortunately, no.
Fair.
Not the way you'd
Fair.
like.
Alpha
As they
sees
fall
this
back
in the
behind.
rearview mirror, and he has full smile on his face, like a kid driving a Hot Wheel, Power
Yeah.
Wheels.
Power wheels.
Very good run, you guys. as this all is happening, the Kings of New York are going to advance closer and closer on your position, and the Flying Dragons are also going to try and make a straightaway with spikes on both sides in the front of its car as things get a little bit more nasty. Moving into the crowd zone.
Oh dear.
As you all
Time to
pull
kill
into
some
the next
pedestrians.
section, moving forwards. No, this is a little bit more fun. Much like Phantom Menace, in fact, this is a section of crowds that are higher than all of you on scaffolding down above. And Charlie got in the car at the perfect time as broken glass, bottles, pieces of wood, baseballs, and loose bits of machinery and glass are thrown like confetti over all of the cars from high above you all. I need every single human on this call to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God.
Okay.
This would be save.
All right.
I have a different. I have a
Save.
+7
Yeah,
for
save, not check on this one.
Okay.
I don't know
Echo,
how.
you're going to want to roll
Okay.
save.
I clicked save.
There's
Maybe I
the-
have to unclick
Yeah.
save?
Ugh.
You have to roll. So if you click on the thing above it, it gives you like proficiency. So you actually
Correct.
have to click the number.
That's right.
Instead of, yeah. And I
There we go.
have only
there
gotten
we
a
go.
6.
Still did not
Oh,
roll.
Okay.
shit. I rolled a nat 20. Who knew?
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Damn. All right. That is a lot happening here. Okay, so Echo's definitely hits, bringing out the side. That makes sense.
That's fine.
Delta. I think there's going to be some stuff blowing up on the inside from underneath,
Yep.
where you've got this open stretch by the gravel there, just stuff that kicks up from the tires.
Yep.
Matt, you're good. Alpha, you are. What's the DC? Nah, it's 15. Okay, so 3 of you are going to take damage on this. Charlie,
Okay.
you timed it perfectly, but I'm going to say everybody takes 7 damage inside the car,
Or
as
one.
you are all, or 1 if you've got Barbarian, to all of you are going to take damage as just all sorts of loose insanity is basically just dumped onto all of the cars. The good news is,
You just hear Echo go, wait! And just like a single hand with the middle finger pops up through the Pope-mobile hole in the top.
Yeah.
At the crowd.
everybody in almost every other car also takes damage.
my
Oh, thank God.
This was not good for almost anybody.
Look
Okay,
at
good.
those holes.
Do we hear the Phantom Menace announcers come in somewhere?
Yes,
Steve
Greg-
Gane, the battle
Greg
wagon,
groups
taking some
himself.
damage on that one. Meanwhile,
Well.
young Anakin Skywalker coming up from behind.
The guys who were throwing glass at the Tusken Raiders, they're like,
Now, the most important section here is that Alpha, while this is happening, the other half of a sectional on this race is that you get to make one more driver's dexterity to use this opportunity to accelerate and get ahead.
Go, go.
This is a full suicide knob.
Yep.
Roll.
turn. Yeah.
Dun, da, 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 da.
All right.
16. Okay.
He should
God,
be
I
listed
know.
as He should be listed as proficient though, right?
It's because I made a custom button for this,
yeah.
so I did the math correctly on that.
Oh,
'cause I
okay.
manually.
You
on this-
manually
Yeah, 20
included
plus
proficiency
12.
bonus.
I rolled the 4.
You rolled a
The
4
good
plus
news
12, which
is-
is 16.
Thank God.
Alongside every one of these things happening, you are going to be able to crawl ahead 6
Oh, damn.
total chase point
Holy
Yes.
by
smokes.
taking all of this
Yeah.
damage because you basically just took it on through. Seeing it all starting to rain down, you knew you didn't have a choice. Alpha, you made a hard decision, which is not the first time you've done that behind the wheel. There will be some damage to resolve as other people are going to try and deal with you and each other going at these sections of the race, but you are pulling into the straightaway. However, unfortunately, right? 1 second. Yeah, 5. So is King Stephen not far behind you.
Okay.
As that is happening,
Oh, I'm coming for your tires, pal.
Do it.
you are also going to see Yep. Yep. You are also going to see that the Flying Dragon's car is going to try and take a ramming move at King Stephen,
Okay.
and at the
Okay.
battle wagon, abandoning all other combat and focus for a reckless amount of driving insanely. So that is going to be multi-attack. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong button. That is a strength and a strength. With his 15 and 12. All right, so that is going to be for the Street Racer. 21 beats the 15. All right, King Stephen is still in the game. I need an opposed vehicle check. I need a vehicle roll from Alpha to beat a 12 to not be rammed by the spikes on the flying dragon
come
that's
on.
looking at you.
You can do it, buddy.
Come on.
Yeah!
Yeah.
29.
That should work.
Absolutely.
That should work.
I think that honestly, this all plays perfectly because the only reason your teammates can take this much damage is being thrown around the car as Alpha successfully maneuvers
Nice.
through anything that could puncture the tires or ram the side of the car without too much trouble. The Lucky Dragons are catching on up to you, but you are still in this race and actually starting to pull ahead, ladies and gentlemen. This is even more intense than my expectations, but that also means, having gotten through that most important section, we are going to go down the line. Matt first, then Megan, then Sarah. We are going to do our initiatives for this car. Matt, what is Charlie going to do?
I mean, we're kind of in the lead here. I don't want to mess this up. Jeez. Two of these guys, the Black Spades guy, the singles King Stephen guy, and the Flying Dragons guys. These guys are tough. So I'm gonna try what worked the first time, which is sort of my standard move, which is demoralize again. I will I'll choose, I guess King Stephen's within 60 feet of me, right?
Give or take, because this is actually larger stretch.
Yeah, exactly. This is not 5 feet, right?
Yeah, no, this again, it's because it's a makeshift map and it's sort of like the 3-lane avenue. I'm using this as a substitute for understanding token movement and spacing. I'm gonna say 30 feet. No, in order to avoid the ramming stuff, that's probably not gonna be doable.
He said 60. He's within 60,
60 feet. Yeah.
Oh, 60. Sorry, 60. Yes, 60 feet. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
So
I'm gonna
then,
say 60 feet.
seeing as there's no more glass and other detritus being thrown on us, I will pop out of the sunroof, hit the trigger on my megaphone.
King Stephen, over here. Hey, listen, read your last book, wasn't too particularly thrilled about it. Maybe you could use another edit or two, like a second or third draft?
That's the best I could do on short notice.
Okay.
Beautiful.
The camera cuts to inside the car as the thick spectacles are adjusted, and he just goes, "I need more cocaine." That is an 11, which does fail your DC trick check.
He does clearly need
I
more
love
cocaine.
it. Okay, so advantage. Well, this time actually, that might have been right after he got clean.
Well, that's
I
right.
think 90.
Yeah.
No, 93. Yeah.
When did he get?
When did he get hit by
But
that
you
truck?
just-
Yeah, that was when.
That was
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, it was right
That
around
later.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe-
but this
maybe
is
it's right now.
Like
I don't know.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause wheel.
Wee.
Eddie
Wrong
is
timeline for the
somewhere
tower.
like on a plane, smuggling all of the cocaine to him.
No,
It
that
just
was
hasn't
83.
gotten there yet. That was
Yeah.
83. That was Eddie.
That was Eddie was 83.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, this Dark Tower podcast is brought to you by Slice and Dice.
If there's ever a Dark Tower RPG.
Also,
Yes.
Stephen King, don't listen to them. I love
I know who I'm putting on that podcast. All y'all are fine. Calm down. As this is happening, however, the Kings of New York are going to continue their castle assault. They have lost one from the onslaught of glass and nails and shards from the
Yep.
crowd, but because of the height of this car, they've also managed to land a decapitation. And Sarah has a challenge ahead of her.
Oh.
And
Uh-oh.
things are going to get a little tight as we move into section 4. I'm going to throw that one out the window. And we are going to move on to... Actually, does anybody need to buy a break?
No.
Nope.
I mean,
Good to
But
keep
I
going?
don't think
Cool.
I got to go this
We're gonna-
round.
oh, that's
sorry.
right. Delta.
Then, Megan, what
Yeah.
would you like to do?
Yeah. I
didn't go
would.
either.
No, sorry, you're right. I got totally sidetracked by that move. Yes. Delta and
Okay.
then Echo.
Okay. So I'm assuming I can at least see some of the flying dragon's tires.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot my Glock at one of their tires to try to.
Car with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah, that's right.
There it is.
22.
Yeah.
22 is
Yeah.
absolutely going to perforate. He is going to have to make a driving check to keep any sort of stability on the car, but I think the reckless ramming is going to make that very unlikely. Ooh, wow. Cold fail. Natty fail as we hit the 3rd round.
Nice.
And the next
Hey, wait.
car...
Oh, it's like I still need to go too.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, but I think that is going to create some trouble for the Flaming Dragons
Oh,
considerably,
gotcha.
because that drops down their health and penalty. There is not much body left in this muscle car, especially with 3 passengers also trying to pull some antics. But as bullets are flying, and they seem to have melee weapons as well, this is not looking great. Echo.
All right. Seeing King Stephen appear with no passengers at his steel-plated windows, she kind of looks at it and she's like, "Oi, funny thing about that, terrible sightlines." And gonna take a shot at King Stephen's tires.
Nice.
Sure.
Oh, balls tend to hit.
Oh.
Pen is,
You wanna yell at
pen
me?
is low for the
Yep.
car in question.
I think
Take the initiative.
Delta's
All right,
just
Ben.
like she's got her like little like license plate window. I've decided it's where the license plate was, and she's
Nice.
just gonna be like, "God damn it! Is everyone check your fucking like clip? Is it stuck too?" Like,
Oh wait, mate, I don't usually use guns.
fair.
God damn it.
Oh no!
Like I
Well,
said,
you tried.
get me close enough, I'll take his bloody head off.
All right. So you're more positive reinforcement. Okay, I've learned that. So
It's okay. I did get to blow up a pickup truck with a frag grenade, so like...
true.
I think the spark is going to shoot off as your Magnum is going to ding the front of the engine hood, but is going to sail clean
Yeah,
off the front of
nothing.
the car in ricochet. It is not quite what you wanted, unfortunately. on
He's
that one.
definitely the one to keep our eyes on.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, yeah. As that is happening, the Kings of New York are going to make a ramming attack as well. We're going to use the melee stat here.
Okay.
Oof, 8 is a miss. They are trucking on through, but the Flying Dragons manage to successfully maneuver their car, at least without too much crashing. But the Tudors are going to pull further into combat range. And I think
Ooh,
you're
they're
even going
lining
to hear
up with you there,
cranking
Megan.
noise.
Oh my
A
god,
cranking
give a
noise
catapult.
as you start to see the drawbridge slowly lower. And
Oh,
yes,
no.
Sarah, 3 fucking seconds. Behind the catapult, behind the drawbridge sort of side section of this large U-Haul type vehicle, you see a section cut out and a small little platform rolls onto the drawbridge door, and you see a nasty looking catapult with
Oh,
what can only
no,
be described
boy.
as a 1993 sized printer, like you find at Staples.
I'm gonna die faster,
You
Alpha
see
faster.
what letter? What the fuck does that mean?
As they seem to have set up something that is winch rigged and terrifying to look at.
Do we have
The
a
good news
stapler
is
in the
Delta.
car that I can throw at them?
My stapler.
Delta, as you see this happening, you take a small bit of comfort in knowing that even if you get crashed in this trunk, that it's going to probably take them an extra whole round to try and reload this fucking thing.
Okay,
So you're
good.
spared every couple of turns. But
Okay.
their trebuchet looks unethical, to say the least, and probably
Sure.
not up to standards
I got
and
Absolutely.
any sort of construction labor laws.
Not gonna pass inspection.
As we approach
Death
the
trap.
next section, we round the second corner, coming into what will soon be the final stretch of bends. We are making a large square down past Rockefeller, circling
Okay.
a little high from Herald Square, now circling back up and working our way towards where Central Park is so that we can swing back around and finish this race back at Rockefeller in front of your adoring fans, potentially. But as we launch into section 4 of 5, rounding the corner, you leave the cheering and screaming crowds in the bleachers behind you.
Oh,
The
4 or
road
5.
narrows to only 2 lanes, and ahead you see an entire throng of people in filthy rags standing in the roadway, dazed and shielding their eyes against the bright sunlight. They seem to have been let out from a subway station as an entire pack of crazies
Yeah.
It's
begins
small people.
to hamper your
my God.
speed.
Oh boy.
The good news is Echo knows what she's doing this turn.
Mhm.
The bad news is we are going to have a different trouble for everybody else in the car because Alpha, thick throngs of people means that you either need to speed up and hope that everybody is good without a roll cage on top of this baby, or you start to take losses to your lead because you have to navigate without ruining the front and underside of your car. I'm going to leave that up to you, but I will say, if you choose to continue speeding up and you manage to successfully do so, there will be chase points rewarded for the stacked number of crazies you run over, but it will add to the chance that the team will be jostled around in the car taking damage, which is not always fun and healthy.
What is that car game where you just basically run over pedestrians all the time? Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
There you
Grand
go.
Theft Auto. We're in Grand Theft Auto now.
Wow.
Or Zombie Highway was an old mobile game I used to play.
Untitled Goose Game.
I loved Crazy
I
Taxi.
love that
There you
game.
That's where we are.
Ugh, love that game.
So my options are speed up, and we risk getting slowed down by the throng of people.
So, here's how this could work. Your choice is to make a dexterity
Just
saving
second you.
throw to avoid most of the crazies. Or you can try it as a constitution check and brace yourself to just physically keep muscling through.
So this is either my dexterity or my constitution is going to be the bonus on this.
Correct. But it will be a vehicle roll with your bonus. So that basically it's going to be a vehicle roll, but it will be your con bonus for one of them. So there may be I think it's a difference of 2, right?
Well, my vehicle
14.
roll
No,
is,
yes,
is a plus 10.
your con would essentially be So it'd be either a 10 or a 9 if you're announcing that it's Constitution and you're muscling through. It's a vehicle roll with a plus 10 if you are trying to avoid them all, but you will not gain as much CP for distance ahead.
I think I'm going to muscle through.
Good choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can
So
I
I'm
help
gonna
him
need-
by swinging out the window and trying to murder people?
Well, yes, that is going to come up in a second as well.
Okay.
First and foremost, I'm going to need the roll from Alpha because that part of the problem is since he's muscling through them, if he fails this roll, you're going to be rolling at disadvantage to try and hit people's heads because there's going to be a lot of
Jostling.
bum.
I got you.
and Delta strapped prone inside the trunk at this point. Charlie hunkered down, and you out the window. Not good physics for cars.
Delta go and die.
God.
No, you're not.
So am I rolling
Alpha, give
the
me that roll and-
suicide knob, or am I rolling my constitution?
I am going to allow the suicide knob on this, so it's either going to be a 12
All right.
or an 11.
Which would be an 11 if I'm rolling my constitution. So whatever I roll -1, basically.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah. We can
All
do that. We can do that math on the fly. Yeah, 11 on this. Yes.
Alpha says, hold on to your butts, which is appropriate because Jurassic Park came out in 1993. I looked it
It's true. It's true.
Now,
Hold
in
on
this
to your
alternate
butts.
reality, it's possible.
Hey!
I would kill for a cigarette.
21.
Fantastic. We did it. So now I need you. I need you to roll me a D10 Alpha.
This is how many people you kill.
Nice.
Yep.
Wait, how do I roll a straight D10?
Slash
There's a
slash
there's a
R,
dodeca on the side.
and there's the thing on the side
yeah,
too.
There's a dice icon on the side.
Or you
And
can
you
type
click the D10,
/
you'll roll.
R
Or you can
space
slash
1d10.
R.
What do I do? /R what? Space
Forward
what?
slash
R.
R space just D10, since you're only rolling one of them. Boom.
There you go.
Great. 4 people.
Oh god, I was right.
Fantastic news.
I
Yep.
think Delta bruises some
Everybody
ribs.
is going to be jaws. Successfully passing the check is fine. I'm going to say y'all are uncomfortable, but the bruises are superficial. And with 4, you are
feel
still
nothing.
able to get an entire chase point ahead as you
Yes.
move through the throng.
Alpha's no longer humming Ride of the Valkyrie. He's just making car sounds with his mouth.
Amazing. King Stephen is also going to make this choice and is going to Constitution save as well, but it is going to only get him half the way ahead, giving you more of a lead as he tries to mow some down. Let's see how many he gets to mow down with his D10. 2. Okay, not enough for a chase point. Which
2.
brings us to the Kings of New York.
So we're not doing
also-
combat actions, they're just all moving?
For this particular round, at the moment, yes, there are throngs of people.
Okay.
You're going to get yours in a second. I need to make sure the
I'm
cards
just
are in the
checking.
right place for this insanity. Oh, I'm giving you an opportunity to cut off heads was always going to be on the table. Don't you worry.
She's merging this game with the Highlander game already, Patrick.
However, God, I can't wait till I get more details about where the hell that's coming. Other than that, or we have to build all the resources from scratch, which we could do, I suppose. The Kings of New York, however, successfully made their roll as well. So they are going to pull up, and we're going to see how many they get.
Who knew that the joke car would be like the
Yeah.
ones to actually...
I know.
8. And they get to pull ahead again because this giant truck got 2 CP from killing 8 crazies on the street.
What is
Are
happening?
they-
No!
Are they within my rear
Alongside you
view
with this-
again?
They are starting to hit the blind spot on your left side. But there's also a problem here because the trebuchet is active, which means we have to go to the actual initiative of what's going on here. Matt Gordon, Charlie, I need you to tell me first what you are doing from your position in the bouncy bounce car.
This is some bullshit. The castle car's right behind us. I'm like, oh man, yeah, I gotta demoral. No shit, yeah, no, fuck. Yeah, I have to turn my demoralize off Stephen King and demoralize these medieval motherfuckers.
Huh?
Yeah, I sort of just like the look on Charlie's face is just like, and yeah, like literally just taking out her megaphone and saying,
Medieval times. Please refer to your manuals that say break is between 34th Street and 79th Street. Please go ahead and fuck off.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
yeah, exactly.
1,400
Very
calls.
confused
They want their
driver.
trebuchet back.
A very confused driver tries to roll against this.
No.
That is a 6, however.
I'm rolling.
Disadvantage is intact for the car.
Hell yeah. All right, so that's
So y'all are
disadvantage.
going to get
Alpha is gonna
advantage
yell at
on this round of
Delta.
attacks.
Yes,
Alpha's
you got.
gonna yell at Delta and say, "Drawbridge, 7 o'clock,"
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
just to give her a heads up to look out to see if she has a shot.
Okay.
You have advantage on attacks on the car.
Through your
I have
through your
advantage?
gun slit, I will say that you will be able to see this is coming into view on your right side
Okay.
and panning on in through your little gunner's slit.
Okay.
So you will be able
Since-
to make that attack if you wanted.
Since I see that, is there a way to, you know how in the Two Towers, Legolas shoots the ladder as it's like starting to come down, and he like shoots the connecting wire, and then it like falls backward? Is there a way that I can shoot the drawbridge before it like completely like connects with our car and have it like disconnect, or can I like shoot the whack, the whatever is going to release the trebuchet before it is released, and so therefore like damage the trebuchet?
I'm going to say yes to either, but as a called shot, it's going to be a -2 penalty.
Okay, but I still get to shoot at advantage because of Matt. Okay, so that is what I will
You're going to need to
do.
hit 15 on this tanker.
15. Okay.
It's quite a specific movie reference.
But you
and I'm
get an
proud of you.
advantage.
Okay, so add advantage. Okay, so roll number 1 is
Nice!
Yes.
Fuck yeah!
Yes, you didn't
All
need
right.
it.
That's all you
So-
need.
didn't need it.
Legolas that shit.
That's right.
Lining up your shot.
Mhm.
Which are you going for? The drawbridge support? Or are you going for the control wire on the trebuchet?
I think I'd go for the control wire on the trebuchet because that is probably going to do us more damage in the long run.
Mhm. And I'm
So-
here to take care of any boarding parties.
Yeah, exactly. So I think she just like is like she hears Alpha say trebuchet on your 6 and is all like, what the fuck? And blood's like pouring into her eye because she like bashed her like eyebrow in the last attack, and so she just kind of like leans over to the side and is all like, oh fuck that noise, and is all like pew pew. And
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I think you actually make that noise when you shoot.
she's a little bit like, well, if he can make car sounds up front, then I can make pew pew sounds in the back.
I started something.
I think as you're doing that, you're going to see the guy pull and release the lever, and as it starts to go up and this machine just starts to crank up this fax copier machine to throw into the air, your shot snaps the wire and the thing just falls back and crushes this guy and takes him
Excellent.
off the drawbridge.
Oh my god.
She just
Nice.
goes, wrong lever! As we shoot her.
Orlando Bloom, who?
Go to your room.
That's right. Tee tee.
As these two things are happening, Echo, I am going to give you your attack roll with the axe against a 10
Yay.
AC.
Go it.
And then
Okay.
I need you to roll me a d10.
Alrighty. 19.
That is absolutely a hit. Yeah.
Nice.
8. Tell me that means I just
And-
decapitated 8 people.
You don't get to move the car forwards with that, but yes, you hold it out like a machete and just
Fuck.
hold your arm strength in place.
Yes.
And just sort of adjust the height as you see fit with the most terrifying grin on your face that your teammates may or may not be able to see.
Can't see anything.
Nothing.
Okay, so that brings the total to 12 for you guys in the car.
And as this is once this is done, she sort of like turns back around because this is happening on the opposite side of where the Kings of New York look like they're preparing to board. And she just turns around. The axe is dripping with blood. She's got it spattered all across her faces, and she looks at him. She's like, "Oi, mates! You really want to try me? Come on."
Delta,
Yeah!
the amount of bumping noises that you hear and see as your screaming teammate out the window of this station wagon is all completely thrown off as you're trying to pull off the shot. It is a bumpy ride for everybody in this car, especially because with I assume, Matt, you went back out your hole to be able to do that, so you are hanging on to the edge of this welded top for dear life from where you cut it free, just probably having trouble concentrating on what to yell at them because the car is being jostled so much.
Yeah.
But you do successfully manage to eliminate 2 more members of the Kings of New York with that maneuver,
Nice.
and successfully get a little bit ahead of everybody else, which brings us to round 5.
Oh, the last round.
It's
The
the last
last-
Oh
round.
boy.
All right,
Do
humble
it.
barbs are nothing. So
As you pull ahead to the last section, a cone-set corner along the stretch of high rises at the edge of the south end of Central Park, peeling back around towards Rockefeller. The roadway ahead is littered with speed bumps and wooden ramps. The finish line lies somewhere at the end of an obstacle course. If you thought the people were bad before, this obstacle course is about to get worse. This is the last round, so there will be 2 initiatives to pull ahead. I'm going to allow Alpha a second opportunity, but at the same time, there will be driving checks opposed by the other drivers to try and catch the same run.
All right.
Just so you know, we've had a request from chat that has asked Alpha to do a cool jump off a ramp.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, that's why they're there.
Just saying.
So, here's the thing. In order to pull off a cool jump, it's gonna be a DC 20.
Oh my god, come on.
But if you want to do a cool jump and maintain your lead, I'm gonna up it to a DC 25. Not impossible with the way Alpha's been rolling, but I do need to make this challenge have weight. So I'm gonna leave it up to you whether you use that once or twice. If you succeed both times, you will pull clear ahead with no question of contest. And if you succeed on the first one, I will let you use the last tumble barbs.
Okay.
Because you'll have pulled ahead of whoever is either coming down the ramp behind you, or, going up the ramp behind you, or on the straightaway. However, it also means that if we're going to Dukes of Hazzard this bullshit, the team will be taking damage from a car physically flying with as little protection as all of you have, and Megan's face is near a bunch of fucking barbed wire.
So
I also just realized I have not been taking my frenzy damage, so I'm going to take 9 hit points off right now.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
That's fine.
I was going to check in towards the end on that because I knew there was something. Thank you for your maintenance as always, Sarah.
I just did the. There we go. I'm still fine. I'm at 38 out of 60.
Jesus Christ!
I'm going to let
60
the team
hit
debate
points
that for a second.
If
Barbarian,
I don't
baby.
20, we're gonna take some damage. If I beat a 25, we maintain our lead and look awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are the chances of you doing both there, Alpha? It's a plus 12, right?
It's a plus 12. I have a maximum 32 that I could possibly.
Yeah, so all you need to do is roll a 13 or higher.
13 or better.
13
That's
or
actually
13 or
that's
better.
reasonable odds. That's actually not terrible.
On the die?
Well,
all right.
actually, I only need to roll an 8 or better to keep us from taking damage.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's
All right.
pretty fucking easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
13 is maybe the odds are a little bit higher.
Delta have any inspiration left?
I
Please,
have my
fuck it
reaction
up.
this round. Yeah.
She can tell you you're doing it wrong.
I say go
Your
for
emotion-
glory.
This one goes here. That one goes there.
Wait, is
So
there
we're
an
doing
option
it?
to not jump?
There is an option to not jump. That is still a. Actually, let me check that
Do
second.
the jumps have those little like power like arrows that make you go faster as you go over the jump?
It's not Super Mario Kart.
God damn it.
Now.
Or Mario Kart.
Do we have a hang glider that pops up?
Is there a shell
I've
we
done
can
my
throw at
best to
someone?
make red turtle shells, everybody. Those are the tumble barbs. Like, come on.
93. No, yeah, 93 would have been Super Mario 2. So, yeah, no, red shells would be fine.
Yes!
Not blue shells, but red shells I'll allow.
No blue shells. Just the red ones.
Banana peels.
What else? So this street has got ramps and barricades, you said?
Barricades, you say?
trying to
Ramps
remember
and
what else he said.
barricades to sort of force you into the challenge sections.
I'm just trying to
It's
remember.
basically
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
make
remember
control
what he
of the
said
ramps
was
for
there,
crazy
so I can
routes.
figure out if I can find a large improvised weapon to launch at one of these cars.
He definitely said wooden ramps and large improvised weapons that you can take. So go ahead.
So the crash DC is 20 on this. So actually, no, you know what? No, I'll keep it. It's the same challenge level for a cool stunt or just successfully passing without taking hazard damage. So if you don't want to risk it super crazy, because you're still gonna have to roll twice no matter what on this with the two sections and the cars coming up behind you. Because
But if we succeed,
is...
we're in position for Delta to drop.
Yep.
Yep.
If you nail both of these 20s, you are in position to drop the hammer and secure potentially one of the two cars behind you to not even cross the finish line.
Charlie looks over at Alpha and sees that he's heading for one of these like super mega ramps, and Charlie like has been a fan of Alpha for a long time, but I think now just Charlie like scoots down quickly, puts her hand on Alpha's shoulder and says, "Good luck. Just want to let you know we're all counting on you." And then just scoots right back up the chute.
All right, I'm going for it.
Why does he need luck? I can't see anything.
Just hold on and try not to hit your head.
Oh God!
Hang on to something.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Echo ducks back inside and just grabs the oh shit bar.
Yep.
Amazing.
There's
29.
no shit bars in the trunk.
Your head is the oh shit bar on the top of the trunk.
Bracing with my neck.
On a 29, I'm going to say everyone does take one because you get the full air clearance, and it is just ka-thunk. But
nothing for me.
With that, as Echo grabs onto one side, Charlie grabs onto her little sunroof ridges, and Alpha just holds the pedal down. You guys clear the airspace and then land perfectly with a little bit of a fishtail, lining yourselves up perfectly for the final stretch to Rockefeller in our death race. And as you clear that jump, Delta, as the tires fishtail and squeal back into a clean position, we're going to find out who you're directly in front of, because we need to roll the same two rolls for our street racer, Mr. Stephen King here.
That's right.
Ooh,
5.
ball.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that means he is going to take 4d6 damage to the car.
God.
Oh shit.
60. Yeah, no. Nicking off of one of the boundaries, missing the angle on the ramp, the car turns and spins and does a full body roll and erupts into flames as the engine of a Stephen King car with chrome aglow races forward but slowly starts to decelerate as the hood lights up with a dark black smoke and flames, changing and stretching the features of its bespectacled driver.
Oh.
Take your inspiration point.
I already have one.
Well, now you have two, bitch.
Yeah. Woo!
I say bitch.
The Kings of New York.
Yeah.
The Tutors are going to try as well. And with a 19, the Tutors are going to get so close.
Damn it.
And the truck wobbles and goes and holds on at an angle for dear life. The trebuchet sliding back on in, and damage is taken inside the car, but they don't take the full damage because they are not trying the crazy shit that you are, because their car physically can't. So they are going to take 2d6. 5 damage. All right. It's looking beat up. There are tears and rips available. But most importantly of all, as you pull into this final stretch, that falls behind.
Oh my fucking
God. That is right behind you.
Do we get to
Humble
come out of the fishtail from your
barbs.
crazy stunt? I need Delta to drop the last payload and tell us how clean this victory is about to squeak.
I also, if
see.
this fails, I have an idea. But
I have inspiration.
I want
that
this
into
to
the
not
universe.
fail. No, I want it to not fail. I'm just saying that I'm just putting it out there that there's something I want to try before the last jump.
14?
Well,
Nice.
and as a wizard, she
Okay.
okay.
because he's gotta
Oh,
gotta
shit,
roll
that's
against
a
me,
consider-
right?
That's an opposed dex. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep, that's an opposed dex.
So okay, I will
16.
I
Make
will
an
use one
inspiration.
of my inspirations, and I will roll again.
Wait.
Mhm.
No.
Oh.
Don't.
No?
Save your
Okay.
inspiration.
It's a disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage.
Matt is
That's the
absolutely
first
right. The driver
thing.
is
So go
That's
ahead.
Nope.
right.
Correct.
Let's go.
Oh, balls.
That's okay.
Ooh, son.
As a
Okay.
Okay.
So
So,
hold up. Wait.
you still got-
So he's still a 16, correct?
Yeah.
I am going to use my reaction, which I haven't used up until now. When a character, an opponent, I should say, rolls a saving throw, and I want to, what's it called? I can.
You get vicious and cutting.
It says when after they
Nice.
roll, but before determining the result, you can use your reaction to throw them off their game. It's called in your head. Roll an
Go.
influence die, which is a D8, and reduce their saving throw result by that amount.
Come on.
So I'm just gonna roll a D8. This is my reaction. This is one of my
You're right.
remaining 2 D8s of my influence die. So
3 or higher. Let's go.
3.
You do it.
That'll do it.
Yes.
Was that enough?
Yeah.
That'll
Yes.
do it.
His
Enough.
16 goes to 13,
16
and I
drops
rolled a
down to
14.
13.
Nice.
As the little red painted balls from Delta's gum chewing obsession with every video game on the market, including Nintendo, bounce down. No, sorry. As the little green spray painted barbed wire balls with a small amount of weight to them drop down out of the car. 1, 2. The latch fell short again, and you see the problem where it's like, damn it, I didn't leave enough width for them to actually clear. And as you sort of like elbow with your gun the last little red shell out the door, it bounces and swirls and bounces and swirls on the street as the barbed wire ball rolls in front of one of the tires of this massive box truck castle. A camp that should not have made it this far, because this is not how the race was expecting to go.
Why?
That's why you gotta take out.
London Bridge may have fallen, but the Tudor dynasty ends
Nice.
on this stretch. As the tire blows out and the whole front just starts to crunch and list to the side near an abandoned French bistro on the
Yes.
stroll down 6th Avenue,
Yes.
crashing into the corner of the street and hitting a telephone pole. As the wreck of Stephen King pulls through the flames and rolls to a halt,
Oh my
falling
God.
far behind you in the distance.
Oh my God.
Only one car in this death race makes it all the way to the finish line. And the crowd, full of every type of inmate, gangster, colors of the flag mean nothing, as the entire audience is thrilled with the performance you put in front of them, and everyone erupts into cheers. Even those with supporting members in the race do begrudgingly acknowledge that you have outraced them all. But in the end,
Yeah,
you
bitch.
can't be mad about some of these things, because you got to do what you can with the time that's here, because you can't escape from New York. As the crowd's roar deafens your ears, cuts and bruises from tiny amounts over almost all of you, blood dripping from firemen's axes with others. The gentleman of borderline albino skin with the weird sort of headgear atop his mullet and bare chest around all of these adornments that look like they're from some sort of jacketing, raises his gun in the air, and everyone falls silent at the Majordomo's sign. And just past the barricades, you see a figure in a long gray Cadillac with 2 chandeliers on top of the headlights step out of the car. He is wearing some sort of black general's coat with epaulets and gaudy badges pinned to his suit coat, also over a bare chest, as a dark-skinned man with thick, grizzled features and scars on his face grimly looks out over a pair of thick, dark as night sunglasses and some sort of general's hat stripped of its patches with a large D-U-K-E written on top in knife or paint or something. And from afar, from the window of his car, the Majordomo runs over, and the gentleman whispers something in the Majordomo's ear. He raises a singular fist, nods once in your direction, and then the window starts to slowly rise as the tinted, bulletproof glass closes, and rumbling out from the entrance to Rockefeller, where there's barely enough space to fit a car with all these barricades, boom, 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 off the curb. That gray Cadillac peels back off into the day. Two entourage cars that had been sitting that looked like they were not there, as they looked like they were dead, peel into place as his bodyguards' cars flank him, and the Duke rides off somewhere else to conduct his business in New York Supermax. But the Majordomo comes forward and says, "Let's hear it for Cade! They have won their prize of choice. Apparently to be kept private, because sometimes you gotta keep your secrets here at Supermax. Everyone give it on up. Maybe we'll see them again in another race. Those of you who are paramedics, please go collect your racers. Otherwise, we will add them to the barricades and the obstacles. Thank you all for your time, and we will see you next week with another exciting race." And as the crowd erupts and drowns out his megaphone again, you are all left with two cars pulling alongside you, and the Majordomo runs up to your car and says, "I don't think I've seen anybody race like that in a hell of a time. I don't know what you guys are doing as freelancers, but if you're looking to join a group, well, you might want to do it before any of those five decide that they want to make sure you can't. However, as promised, the Duke has provided an escort to your location as requested. And, I guess the Fat Cats thank you for representing them well today.
Speaking of which, I do believe I need to see a man about a suit of armor. 9.
Yep. You're gonna see a guy at ground level, over near some food carts, start just counting fistfuls of cash while you say that. The Majordomo is going to say to all of you, "Is there anything you'd like to say to the audience to keep their spirits high or engage with them at all? Is that something you all do, or are you staying this strong silent type energy?"
Charlie just pushes right past the Majordomo
Yep.
and
Thank you.
just pulls out the megaphone and says, "Hey, everybody out there in New York City, how we doing tonight?" I said, "How we doing tonight?"
Yeah. Well, you know what? No. Let's see how the crowd reacts. Roll me a persuasion check. Let's call it a fifth. Let's call it a 10. No, yeah, 12. I mean, this is gonna be easy for you anyway. You got them on their side. But let's see if you get a crit. Let's go for it.
Sure, no problem. Persuasion it is. Oh my god. I need to roll a 2 to fuck this up. Here we go.
Let's go.
How about that?
Hey!
23.
Nice.
Nice.
The crowd goes ape shit. What do we call you? You guys are fantastic. Holy shit, I haven't seen bloodshed like that since the 70s. People of various sizes, of all sorts of demeanors, white collar, blue collar, absolute prison thug criminals, every spectrum of New York Supermax is out and expressing their adoration for the arcade.
Nice.
Charlie says, "I just want to give major props to the team behind Cade. I'm one of 4. The other 3, I mean, we couldn't have done it without each other, right? Am I right, guys?"
I think at this moment, Delta has like worked her way backwards out of the trunk, like just like like a cat with her head stuck in a paper bag and comes out and like pops her head up through the moonroof at this point, and she just looks like Braveheart. She's just like covered in blood and is all like, yeah. Like,
That's Delta. She's awesome. She's super smart. She's got all the cool tech things. And let me tell you something. When you fuck up, she tells you do it right, and you do it right. It's amazing. I don't know how she does it. It's like a little cool thing. And over there, you see that one over there? That's Echo. Yeah, she's got like glass all over her body. She doesn't feel it at all. I don't know how she does it. It's amazing.
Echo leans into the mic at that point and is like, "Oi! Any one of you fucks ever throws a bottle at me again, I'll add your head to my collection."
She's got a lot of heads in her collection. You do not want to be one of them. And of course, the strong silent type, the guy who's the driver for the whole time. We call him Baby Driver behind his back, but he's the coolest guy I'll ever meet. His name's Alpha. He's right over there. Let's hear it for Alpha.
I look at Charlie right in the face and I shake my head. I say, "Why do you ruin everything?"
Because I am who I am. Hey, let me tell you something. I want everybody to let you know this is something I know is going to stick, but I want you to all remember this because this is going to apply to us and only us. Ready? I want everybody to say it with me. Ready? Cade!
Cade.
They're A number one!
We're a number one.
Again!
It's very smattered as the audience is trying to get in on it. I know where you're going with this. As the audience tries to, it is complete chaos. The bullhorn works perfectly fine, but the audience can't yell back, and some of them are not necessarily the most articulate or
Totally
understanding
fair.
what the hell you're doing, because this bit is, I think, still being formed at that point with the Duke's stuff. But I love it. Absolutely great. Absolutely freaking fantastic. As this is happening, Echo, I will say, your gentleman gambler has rushed forward through the crowd with a duffel bag, stuffed to the brim. And I'm going to say, without question, between the decapitations and the kills with the car, because you guys, by my count, you guys racked up 21 kills.
Oh my
counting
God.
the drove over
Baby.
in the span of about a 20-minute drive.
Amazing.
Lapping
Love
around.
it.
I'm going to say you get the full 4 suits of NLFA Riot gear if people would like to don
Nice.
those for some body armor.
Woo!
That's
Yes.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going to say that you get a wad of cash if you think that there's a use for that before we launch into the final chapter. And I'm going to say that you get an assault rifle, a Magnum, and an SMG.
Oh my.
Because there's no other way to
Cool.
compensate for all those kills, because there's only 4 of you for body armor. But you guys racked up a lot of murder. And it was a really good roll going through the crowd. And
Yeah.
I think because we only have one chapter left, unless we pull an aliens, and it takes longer than one sitting, which is possible, we are going to call it there so that we can complete the last chapter with the proper amount of intensity and tension that we need. And we are going to say that is it for tonight. A little shorter for Slices and Dices. Let's go around the bullhorn and say thank you to everybody, but first and foremost, thank you to Everyday Heroes for writing such an amazing module. The chaos provided, the chaos created. Escape from New York, the cinematic module, is one of, I think, 6 modules that have either come out or is coming out for us Everyday Heroes. It is available on Roll20 and I think also on Foundry VTT. You can pick it up at a lot of your local friendly gaming stores, because I have seen it here in New York in the local stores right on the shelves in paperback copy if you need as well. And thank you to Syrinscape, because Everyday Heroes is also teamed with Syrinscape for this fantastic music that goes with the game today. Hopefully not overpowering our players' voices, but giving you a little bit of energy to keep the right tones and vibes for all of it. We are going to start over here with Echo, the lady with the blade herself. Sarah, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on the webs of Inter under Lovely Llama, on many social media platforms, on Reddit, on our Discord. You can find me here on Slices and Dices many times per week, mostly playing, but now occasionally running. We had Vasen's Session 0 last Friday. It went really well. Please go check that out if you weren't there for the initial run-through. It's going to be a really fun game. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for letting me decapitate people, Patrick. It's been a pleasure.
Of course, please.
Woo-hoo.
No question there. Moving to her left across the top of the bar you see with all these faces. Megan, where can people find you online?
That's me. You can find me at Megan Lanapp on Instagram and in our Discord and in our Ravenloft game, which we're back to the FAFOs, the fuck around and find out party to find out what happens this time on Friday.
Fantastic. Sliding on past for a second so that we can do this channel the way it's always been done correctly. We're going to go to our newest team member of Joy, to the family of Slices and Dices. Marcus, where can people find you?
Largely radio silent right now, but Beardy Beardface and NYC Cooper on social media. That's it.
Fantastic. Sliding back on over to man himself, Matt Gordon.
Howdy, hey
where
everybody.
can
You can catch me mostly on Discord, to be perfectly honest. Social media by itself has sort of imploded, and the only place where I can remain myself and not be overwhelmed by the tides of madness is right here on our Discord, where we have an amazing community. Join it, won't you? I see that Miss Deadeye has already put our Discord link in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll find the Discord in the doobly-doo below in the show notes. We've got so much cool stuff coming to round out the rest of May and into June. I'm kind of flabbergasted just thinking about it, but we've got Blade Runner. We've got, of course, what Megan said, Ravenloft. We've got Call of Cthulhu coming back. And then, of course, more cool stuff. Vaesen hopefully coming back. The reemergence, perhaps, of Alien RPG. With our seminal work, which we missed, which is Chariot of the Gods. So many people have come to me and said, hey, listen, have you done Chariot of the Gods? It's the first scenario, the first cinematic that came out. Have you done it? Have you done it? Have you done it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? I'm like, okay. I have.
We didn't do Chariot? I thought we
didn't
did.
do Chariot of the Gods.
We didn't do Chariot. Oh, man.
And I think as a fitting sort of prequel to Heart of Darkness, this actually works out very, very well. So
Okay.
that'll be in late June, but yeah, prepping for the Building Better Worlds campaign, which is I think is gonna premiere in July. But beyond that, a lot of stuff that's amazing coming down the pike. But yeah, beyond that, just check us out here in Discord. Back to you, Patrick.
Very cool. Thank you guys so much. Thank you as always for being here and playing at my table with me, making me think on my toes, and just laughing and enjoying because we all freaking need it. I have been your DM PM for the evening, Patrick Marin. You can find me online at @PatMarin, Instagram, and patrickmarin.com for hiring me out as a DM or working as an actor or a musician, as well as slinging drinks, barrover.com. We are launching into the summer season. I have already done 4 tastings this year, and I will be doing more whiskey tastings. It is just getting busier and better. So if you want to steal some time and laughs with me, please check out my .coms. Otherwise, as we always like to sign off here on Slices and Dices, it's going to be my turn for that thing again, and I'm going to say, please remember to be kind out there. You don't know what other people are playing the level of life at, and we all know we all need a long rest. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great night, and thank you for playing with us.
Bye.